We love hip
Well,
hop.
okay. On to other freaky people in the game.
Oh man.
The Shannon Sharpe thing.
Yeah.
Your boy.
I don't need to play all of the stuff. Everybody's already been eating off of the whole story and all the details. I'm sure anybody who's watching this knows the details. He smashed the. He picked up the girl in the gym at 19, and then she sued him at 21. All right, and here we are. He's 56. She's 21. I want to ask you, and at least an update for maybe people who didn't know. He left ESPN.
Yeah. He'll be back though.
He said he'll be back in the preseason of football.
Yeah.
Let's unpack that first. Do you think ESPN, you think that's happening?
Of course.
Or you're out of here, broski.
Nope.
Out of here.
Nope.
No, because you know what? It's Disney and ESPN.
Yeah.
And they're saying he left. I'm pretty sure that wasn't without their influence. And I feel like that's the problem with the allegations is just the headline alone is enough to force their hand and be like, look, we can't associate with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know, man. This is, to me, the most obvious attempt. You know how there's always that theory that, like, whenever a black man gets to a certain success level, they throw up this is the most obvious one, though. Sometimes, like, they'll throw, like, Michael Jackson. They'll throw, like, evidence that's like, okay, maybe you feel like it's one way or the other. This one, it's like, clearly they had some type of, like, BDSM type of relationship. This girl's born in like 04, fam. 03, 04. Like, bro,
05.
even I wouldn't even mess with that. You know what I'm saying? As a 95
bro.
myself.
Yeah.
You're 50. And like this girl looks like she had this scheme the whole time. And I'm not discrediting her account because maybe he did overstep. Maybe he did do something that was illegal or whatever. I'm not saying he didn't.
You're right.
But to me, it's like based on the motion he's having, based on like he has his own film production crew and stuff. Like he's kind of expanding independently of ESPN and Disney.
Yeah.
And it's like now you want to like bring up this 2-year thing that you had with him.
He's
I
about
don't
to
know.
sign $100 million deal.
He was about to sign another deal with the Volume. Here's the thing. It's not this now. This suit has been looming in the background for a while, and now it's come to the public.
Yeah.
Remember from what the guy Tony Busby said, the lawyer, he said that they had mediation before. He tried to settle out for $10 million, and she refused. So how long ago have they been mediating this? It could have been a year ago that they've been talking about this, and this has been looming in the background. And now we're going to sue.
I don't know, man. It's so tricky. It's so tricky because based on the evidence I've seen, it just seemed like a freaky relationship. Even the phone calls where he's like, I'm going to choke you. She's like, what if I don't want it? He's like, I'm going to choke you regardless.
Not to interrupt you,
know,
though,
maybe
but,
that's just how they dirty talk.
But yes, freaky relationship. But why are you offering her $10 million if everything was consensual?
It's just the optics, fam. Like he's this like hyper masculine D's black dude. She's like this young white girl. Like he already knows that it's against him. Even if he were to beat it, he knows the corporate sponsors and everyone will look at him differently. Like it plays into so many like deep-seated stereotypes in American history. So like he probably was just like, look, like 50 mil is what you guys want. 10 mil is probably what I would end up spending on this over the next few years, plus like a little bit of change for her.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that she said no.
She said no. She refused the 10 mil, and this is where they're at now. They're suing for 50 mil. So for her to say no, for him to offer that, to me is already, and I'm not saying that he's guilty, is innocent until proven guilty, but for him to say, let me give you 10 mil, shut the hell up. What are you even offering her any money for if you ain't done nothing wrong?
To shut the hell up.
For peace, for your
But you
own
didn't do
peace.
anything wrong. Shut the hell
you
up
did
about
do
wrong.
something wrong. You're with a 19-year-old at the age of 56, my nigga.
But that's
Not
not
illegal.
wrong. That's not illegal.
No, but it's wrong, dog. Morally wrong.
It's a bad- it's a
dog.
bad
You know,
look.
he
No.
knows within his mind you have that's a girl younger than your daughter who's 25.
But fam, all these old...
You're with a girl.
But fam, all these old white CEOs,
I don't
they do that
care,
same
my guy.
thing, fam.
I don't care.
So how come it's not a big deal when they do it?
No, it is.
But it is when Shannon
It
Sharpe
is.
does it.
We
is.
unpacked another conversation I have in brackets here. The acceptable age gap.
No, okay, because here's the thing. I feel like say it's an older white dude and he has a little fine shit who's like 22, 21, whatever. It's just a normal part of the game. No one's like, yo, you need to find a nice white woman to make you friggin' raisin salad when you get home. But for Shannon Sharpe, everyone's like, you got to find a nice black woman that's going to rub your feet. Monique was saying all these things. So
Yes,
there's that.
But that's the black and white aspect. What about the age?
The age thing is just obvious. Like this young girl, first of all, what are you guys talking about? There's like a 40-year gap, 30-year gap.
Thank
Second
you.
of all, like the motives. and the intention and how they were brought up. It's just too different. Obviously, a girl around your age is going to understand your experience more. And even from where you're from, you know what I'm saying? If he had like a solid black woman who was like around his age, he wouldn't have been in this situation.
Maybe he would have been, he could still have gotten in a domestic
maybe
or
a little
something.
DV,
A little DV. But this?
R-word?
No, it's not an R word. It's a money.
No, but she's accusing him of that.
Of R-word,
because she could turn it into that. How many times he's probably choked her and put the shit out of her?
But my whole question is, why is this a civil case and not a criminal if that's her intention is justice?
Embarrassment. Because
there was not enough evidence, maybe?
No. It's probably the embarrassment. Her people know. Her dad is my age. Like, her dad watched Shannon Sharpe on TV. Now my daughter's banging Shannon Sharpe. What is going on over here?
But
Let's get some money. We got to get some money for this. Refuse to tend. But you know what's going to happen? He's going to spend so much more money in the lawyer that he just got to beat Busby. She might only come out of this with if she had got the 10 from lawyer fees alone, she would have came out with $7 million. Put that aside in an account. Every year she would have made $350K.
Hold on. The lawyer fees are different when it comes to Busby. He's a personal injury lawyer, so you don't get paid until we get paid.
Oh, commission based.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so she would have got. So that's what I'm saying. They could have settled the $10 million that he was giving her. She would have came out with $7 million, and she would have still been good, right? Now he's gonna put up. They're gonna do this for like 2 years. He's gonna put up so much bread. Shannon Sharpe's gonna put up so much bread that it's gonna beat out this, and she's gonna get nothing. I bet you.
Can he afford to do 2 years of this? Because
yes, he can.
He's just to start where we started here, right? He's left ESPN right now for a while. He's taking a break, and then he's going to come back during football season. You believe that he will come back?
Yeah,
you say no. I also agree. I don't think he's going to come back.
Oh, he's coming back.
I think that's a way of saying just leave, but a soft exit.
Yeah, like we don't hate you, but like you can't be here with all these allegations.
Like take a break, cool off.
Yeah, and that's
do
your
the office
podcast.
is a little bit hot right now, but we'll get back to you later. And then they never get back to you. As somebody who's worked in corporate before, I've seen this happen to people.
Very much so. But in this case, he's very popular, right? And in this case, his alliance to ESPN is different, like from the NFL to the, you know what I mean? This is a brotherhood we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
They're going to give you the right motion. Yeah, I'll be back preseason. What else can I talk about this summer with you guys?
But
swimming? Come on, guys. Swimming? I'll come back when it's preseason. I'm going to fight my case, beat this up, and I'll be back, right? And that's how I feel. You can bounce back because look how much NFL players flipping, have DVs, have cases, have this, have that to get back in the league, bro.
But that's a different, this is what I was going to mention. It's like, he's a journalist right now, right? But he's under the former athlete journalist category. He's not like a Skip Bayless where it's like a specialized journalist. So it's like,
what did Skip Bayless do? What did Skip Bayless do?
He was accused of friggin' trying to pay off, but he didn't lose his job. But
he stepped down too, though.
He stepped down.
He stepped down.
Okay.
But that's the proper thing to do, right? Until everything is cleared. And then when it's clear, and he actually is caught. He on tape. He been in the dressing room like, just cameras in here. Let's go here. Come on, dog. You know what I mean? And he's still on the network.
That's what I'm saying. He's still on the network.
Okay, but it's not because of black and white. It's just that I think Shannon Sharpe's smart enough to know that I'm not talking about football this summer. There is no football in the summer. I'll be back in September.
But he talks about basketball. He talks about all sports.
But he has other things he could do. He has a podcast.
Yeah.
And who's to say even that he's going to continuously do his podcast during this time right now? Because you don't want to be doing content that people are hate watching. You know,
or
what
like
I'm
all the comments are like, talk about what happened.
Yeah, talk about what happened. They start ratioing the videos because you're just not really favored right now, so you're getting bare dislikes.
I think he's just not favored because it's a younger woman.
Yeah, and
I don't even think about the white thing.
That, man?
I don't even think about it's a white girl or anything. I think it would have been a 19-year-old black girl. She would have done the same thing to old daddy. Oh, sugar daddy.
Thank you. Because I think a lot of people are really caught up on that. I've seen the Dr. Umar post and all that. But like, if he was smashing a Krishan Rock type, who's like not even 19, like a 24-year-old at his 56-year-old age, ain't nobody want nothing with him. So what? The only reason the girl wants him is because he's there for a lick.
Yeah.
Well, he should have honestly had some NDAs placed as soon as he started the relationship, just based on like his own net worth. But like, I feel like he was infatuated with this idea of like, yo, I got this like young white girl and she's on me and she's like my slave and
but
like whatever.
He had other things. Remember, she got mad at him because of the Instagram live that leaked. So it's not like he didn't have a roster. It's not like he's never had a little Becky like that before. I'm sure he's smashed little white girls
in his
before.
career, especially when he's in the NFL. So maybe that's just his cup of tea.
He's in Denver, guys. Holy,
he's probably smashed a bunch of little small cheek mid ass.
Yo, do you feel like for black athletes there should be a protocol in smashing white girls where like there's like a criteria that you're not getting set up? Like, do you feel like the likelihood of getting set up by a non-black female fan?
No, it's not a white girl. Listen, I know the FBA people in the comments will be like, "Yeah, it is a white person." No, it's not. You're smashing a 19-year-old OnlyFans girl, bro.
Dog.
Yeah.
You're gonna get what you get.
But even like NFL groupies, like forget the OnlyFans thing, like because you're saying he's probably dipped in this pond before. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of groupies become wives. Let's be real. A lot of groupies have become wives.
Or BMs.
She wasn't even a groupie of his.
She wasn't even a groupie. She was a girl I met.
She probably didn't even know Shannon Sharpe from NFL. Like, she knew it from the podcast.
Not even, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Her dad, TikTok? Her parents know who Shannon Sharpe is.
Yeah, she probably don't even. He's not in her algorithm.
Yeah, imagine Shannon Sharpe pulls up in front of my house with my daughter. They're coming to pick up my daughter, and I know who Shannon Sharpe is. I watch football. I'd be like, bro. What are you doing here to pick up my 19-year-old baby girl, doc?
Imagine he's like, hello, Mr. Simpson. I'm just here to pick up Julia.
Whap. Yeah. Like, you're getting beat up, bro. We're rushing this.
Yeah, you know but she's an OF model. She ain't living at home.
Who knows? But what I can feel like from this, you get what you get. But at the end of the day, you should not be messing with a 19-year-old girl at your big age because of the fact you're going to get what you get. So if you woke up that morning with two little niggas with some guns in your mansion, you get what you get.
Yes.
You woke up the next morning with your phone call all over the place, you get what you get because this is an undeveloped girl who's becoming a woman who's going to make some mistakes before she's going to, I'm going to be rude, but not too rude. Women who are that young sometimes have to go through 100 dicks before they know what real dick they want.
Yes, and don't be one of the experiments.
And you're gonna be one of the experiments.
At 56.
Yeah, you're supposed to hit it and quit it. Like he was supposed to like hit that, and his name's not even Shannon. He should have been going in with a little disguise and been like, "Yeah, I'm Marky." You know what I'm saying, girl? You know, I'm 36.
She finds out later, like, "Oh shit, I was smashing a really famous guy."
Yeah, right? Right? And then there's no trace of you. You've gotten rid of phones. Like, you're supposed to hit it and quit that, bro.
So let me ask you guys a question before we get off of this topic. Yeah. What's the acceptable age gap? Hope you're enjoying the video. Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm. And join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free.
At what, his age?
How old is he?
At any age. Like, okay, so he's 56. So once you start passing, because these age gaps are different, right? Yeah. When you're in your 20s, like early 20s, like if you're smashing a girl who's 19, who cares? You know what I'm saying? You obviously still can't smash anything that's under the 19 or 18 age line.
You shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be. But like if that's your girlfriend from, well, no, you still can't be.
It's just weird.
So if you're 25, you still have your age gap is
to 20, 19 to 20.
6 years.
Yeah.
If you're 35, your age gap grows. Okay, follow me. Now you can smash the 25-year-olds. You could even smash the 20-year-olds. So now you have a 15-year age gap. Now you turn 45. Okay, you can go down to, let's say, 35. Nobody bats an eye. You do 25, people start looking at you kind of side-eyed.
But you can't really say any. That's kind of like the 20-year gap in that instance, like a 25-year-old and a 45-year-old, both consenting parties.
Right.
Like, it might just look weird to some people, but like there's nothing illegal or wrong about that because both are fully like developed, I would say.
Okay, so then you're Leonardo DiCaprio at this point, right? Nobody's really like, they're like, oh,
that's just
like,
Leo.
It's just like, yeah, but he's like, he likes to smash the 25-year-olds. Cool. Now, let's go another 10 years. Where am I at? 45?
55.
No, I'm at 45.
45, yeah.
And we're cool until 25. Nobody's giving you the super side eye when you're smashing a 25-year-old. Let's add another 10 years. 55. So you can go down to 35. Nobody's looking at you crazy. That's a 20-year age gap.
Yeah, no one's looking at you.
I feel like even like 28 or 27 isn't like crazy. Yeah. It's weird. Okay, are we talking about smashing or dating?
Bro, you could have kids.
But a one-time smash, like, and both consenting parties, both grown adults, like, you can't find anything wrong with that. Okay, let's not say
full dating, but like situationship, casual smashing. You might see them on the town every once in a while, but that's not my girl. But I'm 55 and she's 35. No problem.
No problem.
Yeah, she's a grown woman.
Right. But that's a 20-year age gap.
But she's a grown woman.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Yeah. Like at 45, that 20-year age gap was like, whoa. But at 55, it's not that bad. But now you take another 10 years down and say, okay, now if he's dating a 25-year-old girl and he's 55, people are going to be like, yo, fam.
You're a grandfather.
But here's the thing, like, I don't see anything wrong with that as long as you understand, like, the premises around this. Like, you are dating this girl for her youth and for sex probably, and maybe her company. She's dating you for your status or your security or whatever. So, like, you have to understand that it's not the same genuine relationship.
So there's no love. Like, now everybody who watches you all from the outside says there's no way y'all can have love. Because she's 55 and she's 25.
It depends how rich the 55-year-old is. If he's like a whatever 50, which he probably isn't if he's pulling a 25-year-old, unless he has bare game. That's another
thing. You see, you just mentioned it. Because if you're 55, you can't get no 25-year-old unless you got money.
Or you could be like super good looking and charming, but you would still need some type of like financial security to help your cause. Because why else would a 25-year-old mess with a dude that's that much older, you know?
Because she's been taking older men when she was younger.
But then that's like trauma induced at that point. If she's like, you know, like I've been smashing 40-year-olds since I was 18.
She got daddy issues.
yo. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, that's the angle of it when I see things. If a 25-year-old was with a 55, she's been smashing niggas from, you know what I mean? She was 19. Her first boyfriend was probably
30.
You know,
but when you look at even like our grandparents or great grandparents, like
we've mentioned this
8-10 years, like that's kind of like it's whatever. Those are baby numbers. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like accepted because like I feel like men and women develop at different rates.
No, you're not seeing it though, because like this is how it goes. You have all this money. You're an NFL star. You're a superstar. You've been already divorced, right? You know what marriage is. You know what it is, right? You've been around. You could have caught cases before. You probably beat them like. Got out of that by the hairs of your chinny chin.
Yeah.
At the age of 55, you should be settling down, bro. You're a grandfather. Let's just be real, bro.
But who do you settle down with when you're a multimillionaire and you know every single person knows that?
And you're divorced. Like, so you the one that you had, like that one's gone.
Yeah, but go find another millionaire. Go find it. You have it. You can do it. You can make things happen.
That's a good point.
You can change your life.
You could go find somebody who's on your level monetarily.
Yeah.
But are you going to be attracted to that woman physically, like a 45-year-old like female CEO from like for some pharmaceutical company? Like,
then
is that the hottest girl you're going to find? They're going to be attracted to every day if you're Shannon Sharpe.
You're going to need to be, because at the end of the day, now you're in this position. If you could see the future, if you could prevent certain things, then you won't have to cure it. So I'm just saying, I would have seen this at my big dirty age. I would have been like, yo, what am I doing with these kids right now?
100%.
No, it just sounds weird to me.
What am I doing around these kids?
I'm hanging out with a 19-year-old, like, and I've heard people say this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. What the hell are you even talking about, fam? Like, you're 19. Like, we speak different slang languages.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
So imagine how weird he is moving. Like, even to pick her up, he was probably just like...
He has to act young, say young shit.
He probably, that's lit.
That's lit. Hey, you ain't driving with me?
You got aura.
You ain't driving?
Oh, damn, you got bad aura.
Baby, I'm just
What's
driving.
up, chat? What's up, chat?
Oh, baby, I'm just driving. Oh, baby, I'm just driving.
She's like, you know driving? What?
Driving? You driving? What? You're going to drive your... in my... You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, I'm telling you this. Bad move. You went for a 19-year-old girl who's not from the projects. You know what I mean? Maybe it was a little project.
No, shorty from the projects would have done him worse.
Yeah, would have lit him up. Set him up.
Salute to Dr. Umar and everybody. If it was a 20-year-old, 19-year-old black girl, same dynamic with him and her and Shannon Sharpe, I'm not saying she would have done him worse, but there's chances she might have done him worse. Well, she might have had the man over there in the spot tied his ass up.
That's what I said. Tied his ass up. We would have seen it on the CNN. Like, Shannon Sharpe tied up for the last 8 hours.
Right? So it's like, either way, black girl, white girl, whatever, you're 19, fam. back away, go to another chick.
Yeah. From once the kid, so I'm going to say kid.
She's a kid.
19 is a kid. His youngest daughter is older than her.
Yeah.
You should feel weird right away.
Okay, but I have a question, right? Like, let's say
you don't have kids, right?
I don't.
So imagine when I have a 22-year-old daughter. If I was to get out this place right now and see a fat ass just walk down and be like, oh my God, I can't control myself. And then I start talking to this girl and she tell me she's 20, 21, my dude, I don't know what I would do with myself. But I think I would be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? I think I would be a little bit embarrassed. I'd be like, I hope she didn't see me on the pod. Like, I thought, yo, her body looked like it could have been 35. But damn, she's 20. What? I'm out. My daughter is older than her.
But I feel like biologically, right? Your instinct is to find her attractive without knowing how old she is, whatever. Like, just if we're in nature, even as an older man, whatever, you see a young, fertile-looking woman that's beautiful, you're going to be attracted to it. So that's removing, like, the moral standards we set where it's like, okay, you're younger than my daughter, so now I feel weird, like, from a psychological perspective. But physically, you're probably still thinking she's attractive.
Hot is hot.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'd rather call my little nigga from down the block who's almost her age and be like, yo, I think I found a thing for you, dog. See, she has a mom.
You're better. You're better man than most because a lot of mans. Listen, Shannon Sharpe's getting in trouble for this, but enough mans are doing this.
This
anyway.
is a normal practice in the whole world.
I know, but I'm Shannon Sharpe. I'm Dusty Wallace. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Friday, you're not doing that. Don't do that.
But Leo's doing it.
Doing it.
And it's no issue because the girls are in line. He probably pays them. You pay for discretion at this point.
Yeah.
NDAs. So I don't know why there wasn't any type of NDA set forth by Shannon Sharpe. But my question is, say you're like 60 years old, right? You've been divorced twice. You know marriage is not, you're on the last chapter of your life and you have all this money and you see some young baddies. You're not trying to smash a 45-year-old at 60.
Smash all the 25-year-olds.
Maybe you want like a 30-year-old or 25-year-old, maybe even 22, 23. Maybe you're at a strip club or something and then you got the money. Like, I feel like as long as both parties consent, like there isn't anything wrong with it. But once the girl starts accusing you of, you know, no means no and all this stuff. That's why you have to have NDAs and he has it filmed.
Or not do anything that can, like, yes, have the NDA, but also don't do anything that causes the NDA to have to be used.
But fam, there's this another gray area. Okay, and I noticed this. Girls like it rougher as the years went by. Like at first, f***ing was like, you're a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. And then f***ing became normalized. Then it was slapping. Now and it's just like regular. Now these girls be wanting to get snuffed and shit, and then it's like they want it so rough where it's like you could technically be like, he f***ed me. And it's like, yeah, but you wanted me to choke. You know what I'm saying?
It's case sex.
Yeah, so that's why you got to see this weirdo over here wants me to choke her and spit in her mouth. That's crazy, right? You got to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this once or twice, but I'm out.
But that's what I'm saying. Now it's
not technically where maybe your mind
you're not into that. Maybe.
Yo, as the man, you're gonna be into it at that moment. But how many other niggas you done this with? So I'm already like, you little dirty little scrum.
Well, more times if a girl's into it, it's because she's done it before with the next man and she's trying to like emulate that, you know?
With the next man.
Yeah. No, but if you do it, like you just said, you know, I'll do it once or twice. Got him.
Because
all it takes is once for her to be a habit and say, yo, he did that to me. And he spit in my mouth.
Yeah. For sure.
And I didn't consent.
Choking is its own sentence. Like, it's like assault, choking, assault, like whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And it could be all consenting in the moment until she says it wasn't. And then you got a case and now you got to prove it. Even if it's true that you're not wrong, we still have to prove it.
All it takes is she went back home, she looked in the mirror, she seen his handprint, she took pictures. It's like you still came back to his house the next day, beat his face, everything.
Totally consensual, but I got some proof in case I want to build a case.
Imagine like your honesty, your what is it? Your honor, right? Your honor. I just thought you liked it rough. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
because I'm telling you, the age gap is gonna really mess him up. It's that age gap, bro.
It just looks bad for the jury, and I'm telling you, the optics.
You know how much men and women who are sitting on that jury who are gonna be like, I have a 19-year-old daughter at home.
Yeah, even if all of that stuff was like a shake, it's obviously he's saying it's a shakedown, but even if it was a shakedown, but with a 35-year-old woman, the jury's not gonna look at it and be like, I got a daughter that's younger than her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when the 19 or now 22 whatever year old walks in. some of those jurors are going to look and be like, I believe her. Even if she's lying, I believe her because look at this girl compared to this guy's age.
Okay,
but sorry, go ahead.
She just became legal to drink, even in the whole of America.
I think she just
turned 22.
How old?
Crazy, bro.
How old were those women that Hugh Hefner was messing with when he was in his Playboy era?
Oh, they're probably the same
Age, younger the better for these guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how come that never ever came up?
If you look at the wives he had, and I've looked over the documentary.
He was married,
and he waited. He always waited. He always waited. He a lot of them, yes, but he waited. He waited.
Yeah.
See, Shannon's not a smart player because he's so used to. He has so much money, he forgot how to play the game. I could have had all that money and played that little white girl into an oblivion. She would have never told on me because it would have been one of those like, hey, let's go. You tap in. You would have to be like, let's go on the date. He probably was just coming around the corner and be like, hey, Mama G,
let me choke you.
Let me choke you. Hey, you look so good, girl. Every time I seen you at the gym, I just wanted to eat through those spandex. You know what I mean? Like you're saying some weird shit where the girl's just like, And then went home probably and said, I met this guy named Shannon Sharpe, and her dad was like, same guy from
I don't know why you keep having her in the crib still, fam. She was 19.
She is not in the crib, fam.
She's not filming her OF content in her bedroom and shit.
Beats me, bro. It beats me. You'd be surprised what these kids are doing.
She's in her condo somewhere, bro.
Okay, granted, but who's her dad? Like, does she have a father, bro?
He's finding out in real time that she's smashing Shannon Sharpe on TV.
I think they already knew. For her to deny the 10 million. That's something I would tell. I'd be like, we're going for the gusto, baby.
I don't think
why wouldn't you
her dad
10?
To give her advice to know how to play a man. She's been playing guys from time.
And she's been studying the greats. Like all these little thoughts be looking up to the greats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like who do you think is like the Mount Rushmore of celebrity thoughts that just like,
well,
Kim, Amber Rose. I'm not saying their thoughts in like a negative sense. I'm just saying they were known
for
as
moving
bops.
around, yeah.
What's her name? Superhead.
Yeah, Corinne Steffens.
Corinne.
I'll give a candidate for the new one, and we'll get off of the Shannon Sharpe shit. Selena Powell.
But how about Ruby Rose?
Ruby Rose is right now like the goated new age bop.
That's like who the young girls are looking up to. She's like goals for them aesthetically and like she Guan's like she doesn't really give up her pussy like that, but like she seems like she does.
I don't know what they do, bro. You know what, bro? It beats me now.
Yeah,
it beats me.
Well, listen, we'll keep y'all posted on the Shannon Sharpe shit or not. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think they're just gonna sweep this under the rug. This is not even like.
This is bad, bro. Like, I just don't like how this to me is the most obvious like
attack against black billionaires
cancellation attempt. You know, like it's I don't want to say it in a bad way because I don't know the evidence, but it's the least believable to me. Like the Diddy stuff, they kind of made it seem like it really happened and they added a lot of extra information. This just seems like, he had some dom sub type of relationship with this like younger white girl and now she's just looking for a bag. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, bro. Like if she's saying the stuff that it's alleged that she's saying, like maybe she likes, there's a thing called a consensual non-consent where it's like the girls are agreeing to, you know what I'm saying? But
then if you take it too far,
but then where's the line? Because she's like, oh, I told you to stop, but I didn't mean it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's supposed to be like not wanting, it's like R-word fantasies, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So you're giving the green light to for Shannon Sharpe to do whatever, and then he does whatever, and now you're saying,
and she's supposed to say stop, but he's supposed to keep going. It's weird,
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
NDAs, broski.
Yeah.
NDAs. Just don't play with no young chick like that.
This could happen to with him and a 28-year-old too, though. Like it's just because he's so famous.
28-year-old, nah. Like I'm telling you, the older you get, like you might not do those things because you've been through so much bullshit with men as a woman. Like if a woman, and she already has 2 kids, and she just want to get taken care of, dog. She didn't want to be. She just want the man to love her, dog.
Yeah.
This is
I know what you mean.
19.
Let's
yeah.
She's in her like experimentation era where she's like, let me just take as much as I can.
Fam, she's OF. Someone is putting these things in her mind because she would have really took the 10, but someone's like, oh wait, 10? That's it? What? We get more.
Yeah. Let's look at off
Next
this Shannon
topic.
Sharpe shit, man.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.